Good morning, welcome back to the channel. This is January the 6th of 25, and I'm back out here on the D2 to start with. And then in behind me here is my Go Western outfit. Got that big beam on the top, held by chains front and back. 30-ton hydraulic jack pushing on number 2, I guess, and trying to break it free, but my white dots right there on the block and the connecting rod haven't moved. And it's been sitting part of yesterday, overnight, last night, and then again this morning. So I'm going to release all this, call her good. I'm probably going to have to well, I got to remove the engine anyway because of this here little finger mechanism that goes in for this arm here to put in the Bendix for the starting engine. So I got to separate this here particular machine and have that put into the bell housing. So it looks like I'm going to have to strip this thing right down and pull the crank out. Try to get those darn pistons and sleeves pressed out and work at them one at a time. It's going to take quite a bit of effort, but I don't think I'm going to break it apart like this. I'm just probably pretty hard on the shells, etc. Putting a lot of strain on and everything. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to release all this and pack her up, and we'll go set her up down at the Autopatrol on the pony motor. I don't know when the last time this particular filter was changed out, but I'm sure it was probably 50 years ago. I had to heat up the canister from the flange part with the torch. Got her pretty smoking hot, literally, and there it is. It's released itself. It's on the ground, and I just got to deal with this here old dirty filter. Man, that's plugged up. This is the base of that filter tower, oil filter tower for the D3400, and it is right plugged up. I don't think that there is any oil really going through any of this here sludge. This is not a full flow system, it's a bypass system. So imagine it got the bypass valve going on a regular basis. This bottom can here holds these two, one inside the other, and they're just fine mesh brass screens. And then sitting on top, this is an add-on thing in later years from Caterpillar, and they put on it's got a paper element filter in there to take out a little bit more filtering, but again, it's not a full flow system. Such a big amount of filters and canisters and the like, and it's still partial circulation gets thrown through this filter. That's if it's not plugged up. This one here, I believe, is plugged up, so it wasn't even working. It was just retaining sediment and sludge. Okay, we moved on back down to the Autopatrol number 11, and we're ready to go full Western. As you can see, the Clark's here. That big wooden beam is up there, chained to the main drive axle on either side. And it's at a little bit of a slant because the pony motor is a slant. And we're going to start jacking on it and see if that, whoop, just about knocked the camera over. And we'll see if that engine starts turning. You can see in the camera over in this corner, there's a crank through the radiator over to the pony motor. And it should theoretically, if the piston starts moving down, that crank should be migrating down. I had to release it and then realign my jack. I think she's pushing straight now. Well, I think I'm running out of room. I'm going to start tagging my head bolts there, so I'll have to pull that out of there and get a bigger stack of something, shims. Well, that's all it took. After lunch there, I come back with a little bit more solid pushing block on there. We got her on the run. Okay, I got it to go up and down almost at full stroke on that piston. The number 1 piston is, the bore is very clean, but the number 2 that I've been pushing on, there's about an inch of rust on the top. So I got some tools here. I got my little honing stone and a few wire wheels, and I'm gonna get after it and clean them up, and we'll see if we can get her to turn right over. Okay, I spun it around. There's quite a bit of rust I got out around the top there. She cleaned up pretty good with that honing stone. So I'm going to try turning it over again with the hand crank and see if I can get over top center. Okay, it's coming free, so I'm just going to go ahead and work with that for a little bit. Just work it up and down, see if I can get it to get some free travel. But that pony is turning around nicely now. success on the pony motors. They're the older ones that I got here on the TPS are freed up now. It's just I got to get these two to run. So that's looking better. Feel better about that today. Okay, it's turning nice and freely, and all the valves are going up and down now. I've just got to, before I put it back together, I'm going to remove the valves, clean them all up, the valve seats and the faces of the valves and whatnot, and then put them back in there, and then assemble that engine, put some oil in it, try to get the mag on it and the carburetor, and try to fire it up. No coolant, but I'm going to try to fire it up. That's a pretty good event for the day. 1 out of 2 engines I tried in the last couple of days is freed up. The D2 is going to need a little extra work. Now I'm going to line up onto this number 3 piston, because it's sort of in the middle of travel down, so it should have the furthest stroke, more power, like is what I mean, to push, and try to free up the rest of these darn pistons. We'll just see what we can do. Well, there I've got my pusher beam and jack situated over that number 3 piston. Like I figure it's the one that's out on the furthest one of its throw, like halfway up, so it should have the most power to turn the crank and maybe push on some other pistons. So I got her with enough strain on it there. I won't be around tomorrow, but the next day I'll come back down here and give her a few extra jacks and see what's going on. I got a scratch mark on the shroud across from the one fan blade to be an indicator, so we'll see if it moves. So that's going to be it for today. I worked at the little D2 there, cleaned up that oil filter, and man, I don't think that's ever been changed for the last 10,000 hours or whatever. It wouldn't be 10,000, but it'd be last few hundred hours that machine's ever run. Is just so full of sludge in there. I'm pretty sure those filters weren't filtering anything. It was going to straight bypass. I got that all soaking in diesel. We'll clean all that up and put that off to the side. But on the D2, I'm going to have to pull the engine right out and pull it all apart, push out those pistons and liners individually. Going to be a lot of work there. At the same time, I'm going to be hunting for a parts D2. Got to put some feelers out. Probably easier to get a parts D2 than dealing with trying to free those pistons up. Probably going to be some unusable parts. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up for the night. And if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. And by all means, comment, good or bad. It's all good to me. The more comments, the better. I try to get around to answering all of them, except on a couple of occasions there, I just don't really understand where the individual is going with his comment, you know, like for, you know, spelling or whatever, grammar. I don't know, I just can't figure out where he's going at times, so, but it takes me a few days to figure it out, and then we'll go from there. But, yeah, that's all we got for today. We'll catch up to you later. Bye for now.